Good evening, chap. Today's been really crazy. We almost had a whole ass baby today. But it was not meant to be. Probably will happen in a couple of days. So, you know, I'm gonna be a dad. But until then, we're gonna try and get this MSQ'd. What? Okay. Alright, where are we? We just did whatever that one quest is. What dungeon did we just do? Vanaspati. Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know those beasts were once my people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Oh, I get to pick honey yellow, melon corn yellow, raisin brown. I think we're just gonna get some gold out of it. Blasphemy unmasked. Forgive me, my friend. I must return to the Megaduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to the possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alice and I will go to Paxa's Path, Thancred and Y'shtola, pray and make for Dharma. I leave Artha to Graha and you. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. Then, when we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduta, that we might share what we have learned with the satrap. So me and Graha get to team up. Shall we be off? Artha is the home of the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forge many of our warding scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. That one's sparkling, so I've already attuned to it. I think I've attuned to everything. Except this? Temporarily disabled still. Oh. I am skipping frames by having that preview up. Sorry. I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales for us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you to these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly, I heard panic screams from among the direction of Balshan Bazaar, and the next instant a monstrous beast poked its head from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as Fiend and its minion propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. No. Forgive me, but my shop is closed until further notice. Needless to say, we have more compressing concerns these days. Compressing. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, I did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. This is Thavnarian weave. I must say it bears resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert on Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian. And like as not, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days I've felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of ancient Dalag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe. And one day, when the calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvos again, if only once. Let's see. I just want to see if there's any more of those special speech things. Is something the matter, traveler? If you're lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through the entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quickly as it came. Sisters, have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger is past, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First I heard the screams, and then a horde of ravening beasts came charging toward us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Merid, throwing people around like rag dolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng, beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, and I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that is the most we can expect people to tell us. I think it's best. I think it's best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Keep yawning. Oh. Like I said, today has been a wild day. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed through the Aetheryte Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy must have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mayhem can surely tell us more. Might have been where it came from. Going after an enormous beast, are you? I saw it, including the very instant the poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over here by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. The next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and black mist was swirling about him. Then his body burst apart and there stands a hideous, slavering beast. Massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, and then the black mists come again, until the change takes them too. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmares indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who the merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. I saw Milil? Saw Milil the barmaid chatting with them though. She might know something. Milil. Huh? Oh, pardon me, I was just... Anyway, take a seat wherever you like. We're open for business as usual. Okay, that's weird. Even after repairing all that damage, it still takes a while for business to pick up again. I mean, the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway? I saw it too. We all did. I was standing in that corner as Mayor poured me a drink. When suddenly there came this dreadful sound like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous black cloud of mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sent shivers up my spine. By some stroke of failure, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. Oh, some stroke of fortune. I said failure. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Merid, myself, and other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows have offered a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Oh. Got a full belly now, so I'm ready for a nap, I guess. Criminy. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Marid's Mayhane. Mayhane? Sure. What can we get you? We have not come for libations, but rather information. You are Milil, yes? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy in the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular, especially of late. Khazal was his name. Oh no! He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of veterinarian specialties. Yeah, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on the first trip to Thavner? If I recall correctly, Khazal ran a trading operation of Yedlamad, and it was there you made Matsaya's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Khazal, no doubt. A rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it's clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot be good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Khazal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet, as they discussed matters further, Khazal's tone grew graver and grim. It was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Khazal in particular? Anything at all? Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Khazal lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employers and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? I believe they said it was their feeling of hopelessness. Khazal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Khazal lived there since his childhood, and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you'll find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. Yes, I know Gra is following me. Z's in the chat for sleepy streamer. And Kayla is out. Oh no, I lost Graha. Fuck. I realized that afterwards. Damn it. I have to walk with him everywhere. It's like a Skyrim NPC. And with that, we're off. Let's see what we can learn about the merchant Kalzal. I don't know why I read that. It was just him saying, hey, I'm going to join your party again because you're an idiot. Oh, I got a little speech point. Let's see. After leaving the Mahane, we retrace our steps and head back toward the Aetheryte Plaza. Need to ask for directions, but okay. Ascend the stairs. Sorry, every time I blink, give me a second. RLS is also kind of a deal. Restless leg syndrome chat. Why couldn't they just made him be able to teleport? We're just gonna take the long way around, I think. Go here. Turn here. must be huge. In that case, we should take the path leading southeast. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Radzad Han at our leisure over the once the crisis has passed. And this must be Kama. We have arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here could tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Tune to this. Alright. Tune to all the Aetherite shards in Radzad Han. Yeah, but not the Aetherite. Do I need to go in? Or do I just need to talk to people? I don't see any quest markers above anybody. Interesting. Gather information in Kama. Aha, here we go. Mati. Kalzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If ever there was a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return, he'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easy as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise really with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open and I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see, the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you're asking has something to do with him. He wasn't caught up in the terrible incidents of the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughter told me to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard a little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you to stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Who else are we talking to? See that door we opened. It's in here. Huh. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. That's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavner. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee from the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave your leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzal? I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to the generous order from Ruveda Fibers. Why, he's practically dancing in the street. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Yep. Jin, that's what we're gonna call him now, might be able to tell you more. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jin at Rudaveda Fibers. Sounds promising. I think I can teleport there. Don't want to do that though, because of Graha. Damn it to hell. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magic ran amok. This was my assumptions when I saw Amaran. Perhaps the ancients believe the same. That the terror of a single powerful individual was to cause their calamity. And yet these selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? I heard somewhere from a very wise man that if there's no enemy present, or no, what is it? Oh, it's if you find no explanation, then it's probably just ether. Because apparently ether, like, responds to everything. They're farming silkworms. This must be Ruveda Fibers, where we should find Jinbaha. I don't know how to say his name. Hiya. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. Pardon me, but are you in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of some assistance? Perhaps we can speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move equipment. Ask the others what to put there. And you can carry our fabrics. Of course I can. Go through that door and speak to Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Sure thing, bud. Do 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 do. This area is for employees only. Out, out. Yeah, but I'm supposed to be here. What's that? You come to help? Oh, praise Peter Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry these small crates of Nabrifal by the storehouse near Hatchbury, or the hatchery. The crate is nothing. The crate is clothing for Manuha. And that massive crate over there goes to Zamir of the middle storehouse. And watch your back with that one. Those are the crates. When you're ready, once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. A limited time, should you fail, return. Pick up the light crate. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, then where's my put down option? Ah. I expected it was just one of those where you just walk up to the person and you didn't need a marker, but okay. Up two. Now this one goes to this guy. If you have crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I'll take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. Holy crap, this thing forever to pick up. Oh god. Big crate. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? Good thing, Matt. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of fabrics? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. You carried all the crates to the storehouse, as you say, and so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jinnah and assure him our work is proceeding apace. Tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Okay, now I gotta go find this guy. Nope. Done as I asked, have you? Yeah. If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. You damn right. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to these fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning sky in confusion, and then before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony and such terror, and the next instant he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. I'm sorry, was there something you wanted to ask? Indeed, you knew the merchant Causal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Causal, I know him well. We'd arranged for this consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, I received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when he delivered the news, but his dejection and despair was plain as day. When I delivered the news. He'd said he'd discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink of turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by friends. All those who witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect everything began with Causal. By all accounts, it is he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could it be that such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to the answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Gratia is eager to share all you have learned with your companions. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they will be already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy, but remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern, and pray you two take care as well. Go up and out? Yeah.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Yep.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Kingdom Hearts crossover? Yeah?
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
Interesting.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the Satrap!
The Satrap!
Thank the heavens.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last.
So they're not within
Outside
the walls.
this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Oh.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit. Wait, you're...
Yo, what up, my dude?
But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him?
Oh boy.
The fangs! The screams!
Get away from her, now!
Oh shit.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run! As fast as you can!
Oh, that's a new one. Oh shit. That's a big one. Oh, he might be dead.
Vitra, our people, you must save them.
Cut his hand off. Cut his hand off. Cut his hand off. Ah. We're gonna draw his attention away.
My son.
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes. We'll survive. You must.
Yeah. Found a way to stop it. And they give in to that hopeless thought that they're gonna die. Then they turn. But if you calm them down, then they're fine. Poof. Looks like Grau has had enough of people's shit.
Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, Stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alice! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right!
Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
God had to put his daddy voice on. I mean, they were left without a leader, and even with the satrap right there, he wasn't really giving them, like, much instruction. Needed some... That was weird. Needed somebody with a firm voice to lead the way. Pakistan is not that far, just down the hill. But I told His Excellency before, the path is blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Hero, I ask you take the lead and dispatch any creatures you encounter. Alice and I will keep Matsaya hidden amongst the trees and follow when the path is clear. Ooh, another dungeon. Keep your eyes peeled, no telling what dangers may await. Oh, not a dungeon. Oh no, Marlboros. Ew. Oh, hi. Oh, what? Kick me in the balls. Boom. Whack, whack. Try that again. There we go. We're almost there. We haven't been here. Have we been here before? Nope, this is new, I think. Oh, I probably should have grabbed that ether. Oh well. Seems quiet. Too quiet. It cannot be. Well, it looks like there's some people still around. Oh, they did. You must heal those we can quickly. I see no beasts. Stay on your guard. Technically, all three of us have healing abilities. I have Aurora. She has Vercure, and Alphino's got some other cool things. Well, let's do the dead guys. The cooling body has begun to stiffen. Massive wound suggests that it is gored. Yeah, dead. Just like I thought. No pulse. Dead. It's exhausted guy. Whoop. Whoop. Looks like he's moving. Though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. Leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Oh, fuck. He's dead. This is dark. Jesus. What about this guy? Frightened. Hey, buddy. Chill out. Have you come to help us? Too late, my friends. He's still scared, but he hasn't turned yet. Why? The horror. Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts, 5 to 12. Let us do what we can Let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further. And no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Messiah. No doubt what we have seen were weighs even heavier in his heart than ours. Look, he's talking to somebody. What is he doing with his hands? Weird. Oh, hero. This is Yerevet, the elder here. He's hurt, but praise be to the sisters, he still lives. Young Matsaya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we always have done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village. A flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babies, struck down by the creatures only to rise again and join the murderous horde, in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope that they have found their way to safety. Matsaya, do you perchance remember Karsaf and Mevon? The young couple who always bought your freshest catches? How could I forget? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way. But Karsaf and Mevon bought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Yep, they're monsters now. Alas, as I feared, they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task. I beg you go to their aid. Oh shit. I want to help them, but I'm a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Hell yeah. Go save the baby. Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. Like me. Up. Up. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a river. I'm gonna help these guys. Yeah. Alright, shoot those guys away. Let's go back. Ooh, ether current. So easily distracted. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Wing, wing, wing. The temple is just ahead. It was built there, built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into despair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please stay back. Uh-oh. Oh no. You're gonna live, buddy. Stay alive. Oh, come on, man. Lies motionless, bearing a grievous wound. Damn. We gotta find the wife and baby. I'm sorry, hero. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is someone, anyone? I like his outfit. I like that jacket. My arms so heavy and my legs. I can't feel my legs. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them. I need to be with them. I need... No, 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 no. You gotta stay strong. More time I thought I had. I don't want to die. You won't die. Speak to him. You won't die. We're gonna find your wife and daughter. Everything will be fine. There you go. Thank you. Please find them. I will. You just rest here, bud. He still lives and she has their child. We must search the jungle between here and Palak's stand. And there is nowhere else she would have gone, I think. Forgive me, Kursaf. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return to lay you to rest. Aw. Damn it. I want to jump this, though. There we go. Stop following me, you stupid monkeys. Well, if we're gonna get to it, we're gonna get to it. There are no you see no tracks or other signs of recent travel, but they must be, so they must be elsewhere. Farther in, it's the only way to go. Wee, 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 wee. Really? Come on. There we go. Looks like he's doing certain quests of his own. Oh, snakes. No, go away, fucker. They came to this area recently, you see no evidence. Shit. Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. Yeah, I didn't find anything either. Perhaps I chased them farther from the village. Oh gods, I beseech you, pray deliver... Oh, deliver her and her little one to safety. Man. Meanwhile, in the skies above Thavnir, Estanian and Fritra are tearing people apart.
No more enemies to trouble us here. It's me. How fare you below?
Oh, do we call on him for help? Oh yeah, bad shit happened.
Understood. I will inform Fritra. Chaos and panic sweep Raz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
so it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflict this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Raz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man?
You don't know that.
These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so. Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes, and the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals, yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Radzat-Han hangs in the balance. We have company. The hour has come, Vritra! It's all or nothing!
If Maven fell deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever do we do? Gods have mercy. Gotta stay calm, buddy. Otherwise you're gonna turn into a beast, and I'm gonna have to kill you. But how can I? They could be dead. You don't know that, even if they are. So if I allow myself to overcome with this fear, I too might become a beast. I'm not sure I understand, but I'll do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? Well, one of them is dead and the other two are missing. I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alice and I will patrol the areas and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsaya speak to the elder? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. We will save Mavon and her child. We can do that much for Karasaf. I think that's how you say it. I'm heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karasaf, but he... Say no more, I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Karasaf may be gone, but there is still hope for Maevon and her child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if in your search you come across anyone who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what happened. I'll do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. Let us rejoin your friends once more. Or at once. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I have returned. Okay. Now I gotta go find the lady and her child. Let's go. Get over here and let them know. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt, thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsaya? If we continue, if we follow Sorota south, we will arrive in Perusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Maven sought shelter there, and perhaps other villagers as well. And it's settled. Stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Perusa as quickly as we are able. With me. Thank you, I thought I was done for. Maven? She's a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts, and with her child. Gods, worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Okay, well, that must be the temple. I don't really want to piss with the gators. Something terrible has happened. The beasts have come and many have already been killed. Alphino and Alize have gone to do what they can. But there are so many. More than I could count. You must be ready. Yeah, got it. Oh, lightning. Okay. Around this way. Blare Finger. Fuck off. I'm gonna get rid of this dude first. I thought I saw someone screaming in the bush. Apparently not. There's Alpha now. More monkeys. can't talk to her. That's fine. Come on. Uh-oh. I'm gonna need that guy to be calm too. Stay calm, my dude. Oh, can't speak to him either. I feel like that might be a little bit of a missed opportunity. I almost jumped off whenever Alpha was right over here. There you are. How fare the others? Well, you know, about as good as it really can be. I see, you've seen all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
Where did she go?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things.
Uh-oh.
And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
Yeah.
My friends, this is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevon, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand, so I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn. Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Yeah, we're at 86. So, oh. Okay. So 86 gives us hypervelocity. Hypervelocity, and I think it's just enhanced continuation. Yeah. Ready to blast after executing burst strike. Sweet. Alice is gazing out intently between the trees. Over there, my view is blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased. Go with Messiah and search along the river. Alpha and I will circle around to the south. Meow. Bingo. Oh shit.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Maven!
Don't, please!
Oh, nice. Except now it's mad. Nice. Go get him, Alphino. Ooh. Yep, come toward me. Come toward me. No, 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 no.
No! God have mercy!
This is fixable. This is fixable. This is fixable. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Please still have that baby with you. Shit, I don't see it. Oh no. Her death came swiftly. Her infant daughter is nowhere to be seen. No. Down there. It's okay, CPR, CPR, this can fix it. CPR can fix it. We can at least save the baby. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive if you carry it. Oh, go up. Okay, okay, okay. Some stairs over there, or a ladder. You have to come over here. Damn it. Come on. Good thing there's not a timer on this. Did you find Maven and the child? Damn it all. You have the child?
She's so cold, Alphino.
No way.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Mattia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
Attaboy.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
Steady. You know the way. No! No! Not you too!
Calm it down. Calm the baby.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid! To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark. No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged.
Uh-oh. Well, this isn't good.
Every agony.
Estinian. And Vritra.
The divinity?
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Okay.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia.
I have a feeling he'll be fine.
Really? How can you be so sure?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Matia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband at least. Will you help me?
I'm pretty sure this is something that Alice did in Shadowbringers too. Whenever that one lady passed away. Or the one lady died. She said something similar of like, they deserve better than to just be left. And they deserve to be, buried. We've done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palakistan to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Maven and Karasef died as they lived, as themselves, and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think, the day would come when even the smallest solaces would be this comfortable. Is that tea? Mountain tea. And an ether current. Are you ready? About as much as we're gonna be. In that case, let's head to Palakistan. No doubt Vritra is awaiting us. Don't mind him, he's just chilling. I would like to see the baby. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was the word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavmir must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karasef and Maven's baby is a child of Thavner as well. I thank you for returning her safely to us. Returning her to us safe. O most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long have I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, and never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. You can do it. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An island I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahewan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nidhana? What are you doing here? Oh, hello. I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help people in Palakistan in their time of need. And so, I and several colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions from Maven's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the a far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Vashon was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum? A rumor has circulated for many years about the High Crucible, that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Vashon with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of the Ahawan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vricha. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given us your scales, it would not... Oh, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. He still has the wound on his hind leg. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You are the saviors not only of Radzad Han, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vritra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this darkest hour. It would seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzad Han fares. What will you do, scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Perusia. Perusa? Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, may I ask you a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Needs to simmer a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnair? Kinda killed Zodiark, unraveled the... Yeah, that's a lot to take in, yeah. Pretty much. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, my friend. My colleagues and I will use the knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are, a pot of piping hot chai, brewed from our own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal purposes. None in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment. By all means, allow us to assist. I love how it's like, oh, we're going to have dialogue and then move on to the next thing, and then it becomes basically a delivery quest. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep of errant beast slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt, but when you've finished, look to me at wakeful Torana? Sure. Look at them all lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I for one intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must, but Where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Here, drink this and shut up. A cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. Mend my stuff. Let's see, Allie's in here. That's a chocobo keep. Wait, I know you. You are the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Razat Han hope to deliver us, hope to recover from this? Puppy, it's okay. The doggos is dreaming. Most of my friends are gone and I don't know where to run, or where to turn. Here, drink this and be happy. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. No matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. For that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work, once I finish this cup. Thank you. Well, let's go look in this house, I guess. No? And check these houses. Nothing here. Nothing there. Oops. Okay, then let's search the upper edges. There we go. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and that's all I could do to run. All the while I could hear the monstrous voice screaming my name. Here, just drink this and take deep breaths. This is for me? We used to drink chai often together. Shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain might never pass, but I must press on all the same, for his memory, and for we who must remember. Oh, we got a couple of quests now. Huh. Ow. There we go. There we go. Now we got some more ether current stuff to do. Thank you for delivering the chai. Did it help lift the villagers' spirits? Yeah, it did actually. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no sign of abating, but that is all the more reason we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony until we too have joined the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is not only a acceptance that we find the strength to move on. Under his wing. As you finish your deliveries, might I talk with you a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Maven and Kersov's remains. Oh, thank you. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully at each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her, growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could also believe there's magic at work. How their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnair, like as not. Still, I trust we have to leave this place in care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radzadhan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from the terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies to Akali. We have plenty to share. Then let us find Justinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The wakeful Tirana? Near the bridge at Radzadhan, as I recall. Very well then. Oops. Didn't mean to attract that Marlboro. Ow. Dick. Hit my bike. Alphino told me everything. Full glad I am to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungles and ruins. 'Twould seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead of the people of Thavnair. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return in the city at Alzadal's Path. No preference, just put me in one that works. Pupper. The puppers are dreaming. Dreaming of chasing squirrels or something. It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, 'tis all too easy to fear the worst. What is that thing? What is that little thing? That is so tiny. Anyway, I'm pleased to report that we've successfully succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled, and the citizens are now safe, or are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more about that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Eh. So Vreetra's finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To the Mega Duta. But before that, it would appear that word in the assembly has not reached all of the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we best enlighten them. Wait, is Thancred with me? No, he's just watching me. Creepy. Are all the beasts gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Varshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he gets away. Or I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Ow. Spooked youth. Let me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Oh, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, these beasts will find us. They're all gone, kid. The square, you say? That's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Radzat-Han in their stead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. That Varshan?
Look, someone's coming.
Yes.
People of Radzat-Han, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
That's fair.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
People of Radzathan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
I think they will. It'll be alright.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Favner, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzathan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
Yeah.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Truth?
Indeed.
Charlians?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
Father!
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th Umbral Calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy Forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
The sky is raining meteors and he wants them to return to their daily lives.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine.
Oh boy.
All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Mm-hmm.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet, and we will meet again.
As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidhana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we so powerless to forestall it? I have a message from His Excellency. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here in the Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in our honor, or in your honor. May it nourish you in preparations for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vritra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merdes Mahane. Mahane? I don't know. Pray make your way there whenever your business is done. Thank you for your kindness indeed. I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. And to you, there is someone who had hoped to introduce you to, particularly. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? personal invitation, knowing full well your services are the highest demand right now? This must be important. Worry not, we'll save you some food. Where do you want to bring me to? Join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. Perfect. Across the Aetheryte, you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it is deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at any time, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the satrap has decided that such restrictions would not hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune to the Aetheryte. Yeah. Yo, what up? Give me that attunement. Been wondering, you must be wondering what place this is. You stand at the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radza Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination just lies ahead. Laminson, Gridanian, Uldon, Alamegan. Really? I'd recognize that armor anywhere. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous hero. I knew at the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of someone who's walked through hell. Shirobot, please. You're speaking to a satrap's honored guest and a savior to our people. Could you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally, then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Who are you? I don't care about this place, I want to know who this is. A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Shirobot, and I attend to business here. As for a business, how can I put it? Radza Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters discussed, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with these, with each of the nations you represent, yes? The representatives from Doma? Ulda and Alamigo. Limsa Lomensa. Gridania. And last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. Their eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radzathan and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, huh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Sure. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one might expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnair reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomena's speed. Our agents were able to confirm this for the time being. The skies burn only over the Bounty, including this and Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, all throughout Allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Oh shit. From what little we have learned, the incidents are smaller in nature than that involving the merchant Khazal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restrictions. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radzathan, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. A fitting name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Aye, each nation has assembled their own group of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies in their spawn and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's mind at ease, to prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homeland. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve poorly against another. So, before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with delegates, and they'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? Gain access to the role quests. Separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical DPS, and healer roles. Wait. Tank, healer, melee, ranged, physical, magic. Is that 5? There are 6 other delegates here, 7 technically. Figured each one of them would represent the thing. Anyway, to undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Sure. Pray forgive Cher about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. Grindanian delegate must be the tank delegate. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mahane? Yeah, I got it. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with the city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house. So order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of the Radiant Host, I thank you and your friends for helping lend your strength and courage to rods at hand in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahawan's legacy and serve Master Vritra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Okay, so Doma, Alamigo, Limsa, Ishgard. This must be the tank one. The tank one's in Gridania. There's an urgent need to stout defender to help combat a new threat in homeland. Go ahead and accept it. Do it later. I have come on behalf of the Twin Adders to enlist the aid of accomplished fighters. Small folk cower in their homes for fear of the unprecedented threat of the Twelveswood, a blasphemy. It strikes quickly and with deadly precision before running to the shadows whence it came. Try as we might, we have yet to devise a means to track it, much less slay it. Several brave souls search for it even now, but their chances would improve greatly if they had a stout protector by their side. Judging by your reputation, I dare say you're precisely the man we seek. What say you? Will you serve as a shield that stands between Gridania and certain doom? Protecting the realm is what I do. I will take this as an enthusiastic yes. Make haste for the Adder's Nest and report to my superior. All Gridania shall pray for your success. So, Alamigo is healer. Doma is physical ranged. Which means Guardian is magical ranged? Is Limsa the melee? Limsa is melee. Interesting. Damn it. Sorry. Getting, the wife went back out to the... Went back out to the living room, so... Okay, let's keep going. We're here for a feast. Oh, that leads up here too. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kalzal and your friend Grahatia. Oh, from your friend Grahatia. I understand there is nothing that could have been done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough to dispatch the for dispatching the beast. As the smallest token of our thanks, our food and drink tonight are Meriday's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Oh man, we've been through a lot of shit. Take the edge off a little bit, you know what I mean? As you wish, pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. Get us a nice cup of booze, just to kind of take the edge off. Welcome back. What did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? Sure thing. Why is Alphino sitting way over there?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more. So advised the Watcher. What could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. Quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Elidibus. I sealed him in the White Horosite of the Crystal Tower back on the 1st. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can. Yes, we can but act and hope for the best.
If nothing else, should we learn the First is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the ethereal sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go talk to Elidibus again. Is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? Yeah, as good as I can get them. In that case, it's time we attended to our tasks. And when you arrive on the 1st, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Aw. Dad Crid. Ironwood. Take this, my spirit vessel. Why? Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands at watch at Accenture Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I'm happy, hardships and all. Well, we better get our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here for right now. I'm gonna be right back on to keep on keeping on. But this is kind of a good stopping point for like the next chapter in the adventure, you know? Ooh, hey, you're wearing that jacket. What is that jacket? Palika jacket of fending? Damn. Anyway. So yeah. I will see you all in a little bit.